on to playoff semi-final at home. What are your thoughts going into the game?
Really excited, looking forward to it. Tough challenge lays ahead, but I believe we've got the squad that'll perform tomorrow and get a result we need. It's obviously the most important game of the season now, but really looking forward to it. That's what you're getting football for. Games that have something massive on it. So yeah, really looking forward to watching the players perform.
No doubt you'd have watched Chorley against Kings Lynn in midweek. What was your take on that one? It seemed like a really tight one?
Yeah, really tight. Andy's gone working really hard, really organised unit. Know their strengths. Obviously, they scored a lot of goals from set pieces this year, so we have to make sure we're spot on with them. But they've got threats over the pitch, and rightly so. They finished in the playoffs. They're always there and thereabouts. We've had 2 tough games against them this season, both draws, so we know it's going to be a tough afternoon. But I keep saying to the players, make sure we get our jobs done. And if we get our jobs done well, we'll get a result. If we don't, we'll make it hard for ourselves and give Chorley something to fight for.
Like you said, 2 draws in the league fixtures. What do you take from them? I remember speaking to you after the one away from home, and it at one point could go either way, couldn't it, on the day?
Yeah, and that's what Chorley have done all season. They've stuck in games, and they've had some very good results. A lot of results have come at home, but again, they've had to be. When we went to Chorley, we knew we had to stand up and fight and roll sleeves, and that's what every single game they have. They've got some experience in their halves, centre forwards, but we speak about them a lot. But ultimately, it's about what we do as a team. Again, I'll never ever belittle any side because everyone's been in the playoffs for a reason. So on merit they're there. Like I said, they're always there in and around the playoffs. So they're a well-run club by a very good manager who knows the level extremely well, and a good guy.
How much encouragement do you take then from your side's performance last week at Hereford, because they were a playoff contender?
Yeah, Hereford are a very good side. Paul Adam plays a good football. We had to be right on it last week. Real controlled performance by us. We took his goal well and stuck out. They took a lot of balls into the box which we dealt with, so that's a positive sign for us. Again, more of the same. A team performance, what we've had throughout the season. Nothing really changing in terms of the message to the players. We just have to make sure we get our jobs done. But a real excitement about it because the stadium should be bouncing, the weather should be nice. Like I said, it's a one-off game to get you into a final.
How has it been to see the players' reaction? Because it was a disappointing day on Good Friday to then eventually not win the league, but you've already seen that resilience and that bounce back ability from the lads already.
Their attitudes have been spot on throughout the season. Yes, there was a little bit of disappointment after the Kings Lynn game where it became out of our hands, but in terms of bounce back, when you look at the game against Peterborough Sports and the game against Hereford, you look and think, yeah, they've dealt with the disappointment really well. Got together again and pushed on, which we know they can do. I've said all along, I've got a great group of players here, and they're all buying into what we're doing. They've all taken role responsibilities this season, and all taken a bit of, ownership for performances. And we should encourage the players to be leaders out there. We need 11 leaders on the pitch and 7 sat next to us.
Well, you mentioned 7. How beneficial do you think 7 subs? Obviously, still use 5, but having that extra 2 options. Obviously, use Mason on the bench a couple of times, but that gives you the autonomy to definitely put him in, I guess.
I think it's a good move. I think if you're in line with the Football League, it's 7 subs as well. So, good move. The keeper it's always difficult with the keeper, and I did take him off the bench the last 2 games because I felt that if we lost Ross in those games, it wouldn't have been a big impact. But obviously now he keeps on the bench, so it's when you have the keeper on the bench, it does take away an attacking option. So now we've got some more players to put on. Everyone's fighting fit. Everyone's been and had game time. So I've got a tough decision. I think one misses out, but no, good for us because we get more players that can impact the game.
The majority of this squad obviously felt the heartache last season. I suppose that serves as extra motivation this time round, does it? Yeah,
a lot of players have been in this position, but that's what we said why we brought the players in as well. They've got experience of being successful, so keep becoming successful. There's a little bit of high from last year from the results, but that season's gone now. We can't affect that. Just focus on here and now and make sure that we get this done. if you went through life dwelling on things in the past, you never move forward. So we make sure we just forget about that and focus on one game, which will be a completely different game to the other one. And I say just control the controllables.
Danny Whitehall obviously missed out through illness last week. Is he okay?
Yeah, Danny's up for contention. We know what Danny brings, so yeah, he felt a little bit fatigued earlier on in the week, but he's fine now. Yeah, he's selected.
I was going to say, obviously, it gives you a dilemma there, doesn't it? Because Carlton obviously scored the winner last week and it has been doing well when he's been in there.
Carlton's been really well, yeah. And I say we've got a lot of attacking options that are coming back fit, so it's a tough headache for me. So I've got to decide a team, and I say at 2 o'clock tomorrow, you'll know.
Touched on the stadium being at home and it'll be bouncing tomorrow. How key of a part can the fans play in this one?
Massive. Obviously, all cliche of the 12th man, but it really does. The home form has been fantastic, and that's again due to the players and yourselves. I just keep saying, encouraging the players. If something goes wrong, we dust ourselves down, we go again, which has always been my message. It's going to be ups and downs. We're not going to have complete control of the game, so when we don't have control of the game, it's important that you lift the players, make sure the encouragement's right. I said, now we've got everywhere open in the ground, make sure we make some noise, make it hostile for them, make it encouragement for us.
We saw, obviously, in the Chester game how that can go hand in hand. I suppose the best possible scenario is an emulation of that day, isn't it?
Yeah, keep the noise, just keep bringing the noise. Brilliant atmosphere against Chester. Need more of that against Saturday. Like I said, the weather's going to be nice, so I guess there'll be a few beers before that. Yeah, so as long as it's done the right way, keep your noise really loud, make sure we get these players firing, because the players will thrive in situations like this. And let's hopefully enjoy a great day.
I'll throw that in because obviously you've mentioned it. The club on the discipline side off the pitch has been really good this season, and it's important to carry that on tomorrow, but enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, that's the meaning. We don't cross that line. You go up to it, but don't cross it. No point getting chucked out, getting banned, getting the clubs reduced allocation, nothing like that. Just enjoy it to a line, and like I say, keep like the encouragement message. That's what I'd rather bring. You'd rather bring encouragement for us. Yes, do put pressure on the opposition, but I say just don't cross that line.